أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونستعينه ونصلي على رسوله الكريم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My dear brothers and sisters, regarding the moon sighting, I have made several videos last year regarding the Hilal Committee of Canada's decision to include the scientific evidence in the moon sighting. Alhamdulillah, we are Ahl Sunnat wal Jamaat and we follow the Sunnah of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, the commands of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. Nabi Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam said that when you see the moon of Ramadan, you start fasting, and when you see the moon of the next month, mean Shawwal, then you stop fasting. Now, the seeing, what we, Alhamdulillah, the Hilal Committee of Canada adopted, that if because of weather, because of under various situations, if the moon is not visible, but scientific evidence is there, the moon is there, but you are not able to see it. The criteria that Hilal Committee of Canada follows is that based upon the scientific calculations, if the moon position is on the elongation is 8 degrees and at the altitude above the horizon 5 degrees, then it is visible. If human eye is not seeing it, but it is there. So the Ru'yat-e-Hilal, whether we see it with the eye or the Ru'yat-e-Hilal that science says it is there, that we accept both of them. My dear brothers and sisters, science cannot be wrong. By the way, 5 daily prayers. Do we follow the way Nabi Kareem ﷺ and the Sahaba used to calculate the time of Fajr and Zuhr and Asr and Maghrib and Isha prayers? No, we don't. We don't look at the the position of the sun to calculate whether it is Zuhr time or not, and Asr time or not, and whether it is Isha time, looking at the darkness of the on the horizon. We don't do those things. We follow science, which is watch. So if we can do our 5 daily prayers based upon the timings defined by the science, and which is exactly on the same time that Nabi Kareem ﷺ has prescribed for us, Allah has prescribed for us. So there is no deviation in praying our 5 daily prayers. We follow Rasulullah ﷺ, but we use watches to calculate the time, to identify the time. Science cannot be wrong. People are now traveling to moon and beyond moon. If science would have been wrong, that would have never been possible. The Hilal Committee of Canada is not using only scientific evidence, but also following the guidance of Rasulullah ﷺ. The moon has to be visible. Moon has to be visible. Now, if it is not visible with eye, science is saying it is visible, and because of any XYZ reason, you are not able to see. So we are going to follow the scientific evidence of the visibility of the moon. I'm repeating, visibility, Ru'yat-e-Hilal, that is compulsory, mandatory. Whether we see it with eyes or science is saying that it is in a position that is visible. Unfortunately, I see this year again, some people, some organizations are trying to confusion again. Let me share with you what their website says about the conditions of the moon on February 17. Yes, moon will be born before sunset, but it will not be visible after the sunset, because it will not be at the visible state, which is the elongation of 8 degrees and the altitude of 5 degrees. It will not be visible. And that is why the moonsighting.com is very clearly describing that it will not be visible. The crescent will not be visible anywhere in the world, because it will not be at the altitude that is visible to a human eye or through the instrument. And they are clearly saying that moon will not be visible anywhere in the world on February 17. But I have seen their calendar, and they are saying, no, we're going to start the month of Ramadan on February 18. And this is where the fitna is. We do not follow the lunar calendar based upon the birth of the moon. These people are trying to follow the lunar calendar based upon the birth of the moon. We follow the lunar calendar based upon the visibility of the crescent. That's the difference between Hilal Committee of Canada and people who are projecting that they are going to start fasting on February 18. They can do whatever they want to. I'm not objecting. But I want to make sure those who follow the Hilal Committee of Canada and those who believe in the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ, the visibility of the moon, whether it is based upon the scientific evidence or by the witnesses of the human eye, we accept both of them. If human eye cannot see it and science is saying that science is the moon is visible, we will accept that scientific evidence. So my dear brothers and sisters, I just want to give you a heads up. I hope it does not happen, but if it happens, then we will follow Hilal Committee of Canada's announcement on February 17, and their announcement will be based upon the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ, by either witnessing, which is not possible according to scientific evidence, and then based upon the scientific evidence that inshallah Hilal Committee of Canada will make the announcement. May Allah accept our fasting, may Allah accept our charity, and may Allah accept our prayers. And may Allah keep us away from this kind of fitna which divides the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala habibi Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa barik wa sallam.